What is going on? Welcome back to another video, everybody. And in today's video, we are going to be covering MLB news that happened in the off season. Well, the off season is still going on, but everything that has happened up to this point. And we're going to start doing this more often, covering more MLB news and stuff on the channel. And we're only 37 days away from spring training. So another thing that I want to do is once spring training and the regular season starts, is we're going to be covering important games that happened that day and going over highlights and stats and all of that stuff. So stay tuned for that in the spring training and regular season, because I've always been a casual baseball fan, but I want to actually try to get more into it this season and this year. And hope you guys enjoy the content, and I think it's going to be fun. But before we get into that, somebody play my music. Like I said, we are going to be covering some important transactions that happened this offseason. And first, we're going to be covering some players that are going to be returning to the teams this season. And all of these players, weirdly, have returned for the same amount of years and the same amount of salary. And I don't know, that's kind of weird, but Trent Gresham is going to be returning to the Yankees for 1 year, $22 million. Gleyber Torres is going to be returning to the Tigers for 1 year, $22 million. Brandon Woodruff is going to be returning to the Brewers for the same amount, and Shota Imanaga is going to be returning to the Cubs. As far as trades, Grayson Rodriguez is going to be leaving Baltimore and going to the Angels, and the Angels is going to be trading Taylor Ward to the Orioles. And then the Rangers, they're going to be trading Marcus Semien to the Mets for Brandon Nimmo. And then the Cardinals, they're going to be trading Sonny Gray to the Boston Red Sox. As far as free agents, some players are returning, and then some players are going to new teams. Dylan Cease is going to be leaving the Padres and going to the Blue Jays for 7 years, $210 million. That is a big contract. Ryan Helsley is going to be leaving the Mets after a tough season and going to Baltimore for 2 years, $28 million. Devin Williams is going to be leaving the Yankees after 1 year and going to the Mets for 3 years, $50 million. Emilio Pagan is going to be returning to the Reds for 2 years, $20 million. Kyle Schwarber, after a really nice season, is going to be returning to the Phillies for 5 years, $150 million. Edwin Diaz returning to the Mets for 3 years, $69 million. Miguel Garcia returning to Kansas City for 5 years, $57.5 million. And then Kenley Jansen is going to be leaving the Angels, going to the Tigers for 1 year. And then we have a 3-team trade. The Brandon Lau, Mason Montgomery, and Jake Magnum are all going to be going to the Pirates. I think that's a pretty good trade for the Pirates. And then Tyler Soderstrom is going to be returning to the A's for 7 years, $86 million. I think that is a very favorable contract for the A's to lock him up for that small amount of money. I know $86 million is not really a small amount, but I think that is a very team-friendly contract, and they got him for a good price. Ranger Suarez is going to be leaving the Phillies and going to the Boston Red Sox for 5 years, $130 million. And then Alex Bregman leaving Boston, going to the Cubs for 5 years, $175 million. And that is all the big news that has happened in the offseason so far. If anything else happens, just stay tuned on the channel. I will let you guys know what has happened and going down. Like I said, spring training 37 days away. We're going to be covering more MLB news on the channel. And then stay tuned, because we also do play MLB The Show on this channel, and whenever they start to come out rolling out their news and information about the new game, I will also be covering that on the channel. But yeah, it's going to be a great year for MLB content on this channel. So I'll see you guys all in the next video. And as always, have a good day.